Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we've got some repairs that we need to do. There's no doubt about that. But we've got 3 days left here, and I think it's completely fine that we hit this financial report. Now, we could theoretically try to deploy now, but with all of these mech warriors out, I think we'll pass on that one. So let's just go ahead and tick forward and hit this financial report. That will also, of course, finish up the repairs on the Centurion, and that's fine. And let's see here. The Guillotine and Archer and Jaeger are all being worked on right now. I would absolutely love to get all of our mechs repaired, but it's gonna be a lengthy repair cycle here. We should definitely tick forward a little bit here. I think we will tick forward until the Marauder and the Jaeger are done for sure, and we can evaluate now. So we're not going to get the Guillotine done before the financial report, so that means that we should definitely deploy. And I think we should deploy now. A mech warrior is still out of action. That's not surprising. I do want to double check that the Jaeger did get properly repaired, because there were those... just a single Gauss rifle crit last episode, I think. But regardless, we're still going to have to double check that Yang fixed that, because sometimes he just doesn't remember to fix things. For now, though, we'll finish up getting our pilot training done. There we go. Let's double check the mech bay. Yeah, he forgot to fix this. So we're going to go ahead and fix the Jaeger here. We will repair that Gauss rifle. That'll take 2 days. That's fine. The Gauss rifle is damaged. We'll repair that. And we want to tick forward those 2 days for sure. So 1 and 2. There's the Jaeger done. The Dragon Slayer, which again, this is just putting armor back on. The Dragon Slayer will be done in 9 days, the Guillotine in 18, but I think we need to head out now, and we need to get ourselves some cash. So let's hop into the command center and see what is available. Okay. Some interesting options here, like this one. This one is very interesting to me. 1.6 mil, we don't lose a priority salvage. All we lose is 2 non-priority salvages for bumping up to 1.6 mil. I like it. Okay, so we're going to deploy the Marauder here for the first time. And who do we want to put in the Marauder? Well, Aryamaki has all of his affinities, as does Bearclaw. Blaze also has all of her affinities. Caryatid cannot pilot that. And Kodiak, he has all of his as well. So I think it's pretty much just whoever has the best stats for it. And realistically, controlled bursts, the Marauder is utilizing a couple of pulse lasers, the LBX AC-10, MRM-40. We're pretty heat efficient on this. So I actually think we're going to bring Bearclaw. He doesn't yet have Warrior, but that would be better for us than having Controlled Burst. Which, by the way, I'm going to make an effort to actually utilize Controlled Burst and Warlord. That's not something that I've been good at. Let's see if I remember. Excellent. So we are, of course, going to be bringing the Victor and the Guillotine soon enough. But we'll just go ahead and deploy this one, and hopefully we won't take too much damage. Hopefully we'll be able to deploy our full Lance before this month tick is over. Actually, I'm not sure we will be able to, but hopefully we'll be able to come close to that anyway. So this is a battle mission. And the question is, just how many enemies are they going to have? 2 lances? 3? 1? If they have 1 lance, then we just laugh at them and take the money. If they have 2 lances, we shrug our shoulders and take the money. If they have 3 lances, we cry a little bit and then take the money. But we need to eliminate a local family's mechs. A family associated with the planetary government has been threatening military action against their Davian neighbors on Ashcom. Neither of us has any legal claim in this system, but as our allied nobles have requested help and protection, we're willing to intervene. We need a deniable force to step in and destroy the local government threat. As soon as we make contact, expect any nearby enemy forces to close on your position. Indeed.
Command interface initiated.
This is, of course, very expected. We do have allies. We should not expect much from them. We may want to drop somewhere around... Ooh, that's very close to us. Maybe up here? Hovercraft can navigate this, right? Right. This is fairly rough territory. We could, in theory, drop over here. I don't think we will, though. Maybe we just drop, like, right over here. Something kind of like... a little bit stretched out along this front. But maybe something kind of like... where else can we drop? We can drop over here. Can we drop over this way? Not really. What would this be? This would be the Nidhogg? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I'm going to put the Nidhogg up here. And then this would be the J. Edgar, which should be okay there. And then that would be the Maxim, which also should be okay there. I am going to move the J. Edgar, I think. Ah! I deleted all of it. Okay. That was not what I intended to do. We're going to position these guys up over here, over here. That should all be pretty safe. And then back here that's the Nidhogg. Nidhogg can go up here. And then that's the J. Edgar, and that's the Maxim. Okay. I think the J. Edgar will be safe to deploy there. So let's see.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner.
Indeed it could. So we see our allies are over here. They're immediately firing on the Nidhogg.
Got my beach chair.
And they missed everything so far. Some early movers. Another one out over here. They missed everything so far. Those are reinforcements over here. Okay, noted. We have a nice little bit of cover here. Another PPC on the Nidhogg. More missiles on the Nidhogg. They've still not managed to do any damage to it. That was 10 damage to the Nidhogg there. They've got a lot of long-range weaponry, including a Gauss rifle out over this way. Okay.
Standing by.
So our Sorcerer is actually our first to move here. These guys are pretty spread out. I don't necessarily want to move the Sorcerer first. I'm going to take the J. Edgar up this way as a scout. What do we see? That is exactly what I wanted to see. Look at that. We're going to go ahead and pot shot the medium laser over here.
Engaging.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything. Okay, so now that we see this... Sure. Use your missiles on the J. Edgar. Now that we see this, I'm completely okay with the Sorcerer stepping up to here.
Confirmed.
And we're going to lob some artillery straight at this lad over here. We'll see if we get any good splash damage. They do have AMS, but it didn't matter. We did get some splash damage. I would prefer that the artillery from that marksman go here. Absolutely.
I'm your spaniel.
Our archer will absolutely step up to here, though. And I'm interested in maybe doing some armor shred on this Victor. It has already moved, and it's actually in a bit of poor maintenance.
Let's see how you like this.
Reasonable armor shred. We'll take that. Next up is our Jaeger. We're going to have to sprint forward here. I am going to sprint forward out of cover here, because I want to fire the Gauss rifles on this Victor. More armor shred, please. That is a structure exposure already. That's pretty big. And he's actually unsteady, too. We can take our guillotine up to here. The guillotine is in LOS of the Cyclops back here as well. We're going to go ahead and swap the binary laser over into X2 mode. And
I'm on it.
see what happens with that second binary laser shot. A miss. Okay. That's fine. More artillery on the... The Victor actually just died to an AC-20 ammo explosion. Okay. These guys are still very clustered up. I want to take advantage of that with our artillery for as long as possible. I also want to bring the Nidhogg over this way. Now, I don't think we can get in bomb range. Yeah, we haven't accelerated yet, so we're just going to position over here, and that's as good as we can do with the Nidhogg right now. I really wish that our allied artillery was attacking these guys. That's some AoE damage there. We'll take that.
Standing by.
Now, the Harasser, I'm going to have it make its way over this way.
Got it. Full speed.
And we're going to flank these guys with our vehicles, and we're going to use vehicles and artillery to attack these guys. Ooh. Acid. Okay.
Let's do this.
Now, our Marauder is obviously going to walk up here and attack the Cyclops. I don't think we'll fire the MRM here. Yeah, we'll not fire the MRM.
Engage.
A little bit of damage on that Cyclops, but not very much. I didn't expect much, to be honest. And we're going to go ahead and drop artillery right on this guy.
Confirmed.
That's a hit, too. That was very solid there. Good armor shred.
Yes.
The Maxim is also going to join the Harasser in coming down on this flank. Okay. So that guy fires on the J. Edgar. Doesn't get much done. He did step forward a little bit there, so we're hoping that they close that gap a little bit.
What can I do?
The Imp is going to close in over this way, but we can't get in firing range. That's fine. Round 2. They've got a Battle Master out there. It does not fire. There's that Frankie. We'll see where it positions. That's some damage to the Nidhogg. It did spread out a little
Not much
bit.
armor left in that location.
Okay. That's fine. They've got an Awesome over there, too. Sure. That's fine. Not too concerned about that. Okay, next up is this Guillotine, which is going to continue sprinting forward. I'm very interested in doing a lot of armor burn on this Cyclops right now. So we'll go ahead and do as much as we possibly can here.
Engaging.
Ooh, 78%. Missed the first binary laser shot. We'll see about the second. There we go. Making that second shot worthwhile. Marksman moves up, fires on the Cyclops. I would really prefer that he didn't, but okay. Jaeger steps over, probably fires, on the J. Edgar. Does a fair amount of damage, structure exposure, that's fine. The J. Edgar is completely expendable. They can waste their time on that all they want. And sure, attack our allied tanks. I don't care. The Archer steps up, probably finishes the J. Edgar. Actually, it goes for the Nidhogg. And it only does 5 damage. Okay. We'll absolutely take that. Next up is our Jaeger. The Jaeger can position here. It's obstructed LOS, but we'll take it. Still 83.5% hit odds, and we can do a lot of damage to this Cyclops here. But we didn't. 83.5%, and we missed both. Sad. Okay, our allied tanks moving up. Our Archer will also move up here.
Moving to position.
I still want armor shred on this Cyclops.
Locked on target.
That was solid armor shred. That was very solid. The Marauder is going to also move up. Can we... This is unobstructed LOS here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to navigate this very easily. We can probably come that way, though. And the MRMs, I think, are worth it at this point. Light him up.
Making the shot.
Oh! So the MRMs were overkill. That's another ammo explosion. Wow. So at this point, the J. Edgar is going to back off over this way and get as many evasive pips as it can. This is the left side, so we want to face something like this. We're just trying to bait out additional shots at it right now.
Orders.
The Nidhogg is going to move up over to about here. And we're going to drop bombs probably on this... What is this, a Highlander? Yeah, I think this is a Highlander.
Taking the shot.
Okay. We got some splash damage there. That's fine. Carrier moves up. Does not fire.
Waiting for orders.
Our harasser, the question is, which of these do we want to go for? And I think we want to go for this Frankie. We're going to move into rear arc of it if we can. We absolutely can.
Acknowledged.
So we'll move up over there. Maybe we'll get some additional distraction. I'm going to fire on AoE mode here. Good. Excellent. And I did that because of hit odds. Now the sorcerer will step forward. And I think the sorcerer will work on the heavy metal as well.
Roger.
That was solid. That's a knockdown on the heavy metal. I like it. We've gotten some very good armor shred over here already.
Yeah.
Our Centurion is in position to follow up, and we definitely will follow up. I don't really care where we hit with the sniper artillery. It'll splash damage no matter what. Upper arm destruction, great.
Standing by.
The Maxim, at this point, can make its way in over here. I want that 6th evasive pip. This is actually rear arc on the Jaeger. Do it.
Let's see what this baby can do.
This is great. Yeah, it's full health on that rear arc, but this is going to make him very sad. Now, he does have LBXs, so we need to consider that. We could easily lose some of these vehicles, but I kind of don't care. The Imp isn't really in position to do much, so we're just going to move him up. The Highlander gets up. And we'll see what he does. Steps forward, fires on the harasser, misses almost everything. Okay, we'll take that.
Barely hit, Commander.
The vehicles are expendable. Honestly, they've already done their job. The enemy Battlemaster fires on the Nidhogg, misses. Sure.
Aye, aye.
Our Jaeger honestly needs to start climbing this hill at this point. There we go. Frankie is overheated. It does take out the harasser there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's fine. Like I said, we've already done our job. The guillotine moves up and sinks heat. Our friend the Awesome, firing on the carrier. Sure, we don't care. Can do that all at once.
Receiving you.
The Sorcerer is going to step up over here. The question is, what do we go for with the Sorcerer? And I think the answer is still the heavy metal. We'll get some splash damage on the Jaeger. We may splash the Nidhogg as well, but I'm okay with that. Light him up.
On it.
That first shot was awful. That second shot was okay. Marksman not doing anything. Okay. The Archer will step forward and we'll take a look at hit odds here. Ideally, the heavy metal, 32%. It's not great hit odds, but it is the best hit odds. We'll take it.
Engaging.
Reasonable armor shred, actually. Sure. Next up, who moves? This guy, he's going to melee. The Archer is going to melee our Maxim. He did miss. Does he fire any weapons? He does not. Okay, we'll take that. The J. Edgar is going to make its way up here. This is likely going to kill the J. Edgar, and that is fine. We are going to hit this Frankie rear arc and make sure that it keeps as overheated as possible for as long as possible. We also managed to hit the Jaeger a bit there with a stray shot.
Good to go.
That's nice. So I'm going to position over here with the Nidhogg. This is likely to splash the Maxim, but I'm going to go... Never mind. I was going to go for the Jaeger, but we've got that height thing going on. We have to go for the heavy metal. Sad. This is his weak side, though, so this may well be a kill. And it is. We'll take that. That's fine. The Schiltron moves up. Probably doesn't do anything. Yeah, absolutely not. Phase 17, the Jaeger steps over and actually doesn't fire.
Waiting for orders.
Interesting. We're going to move the Marauder up over this way. Try to get it into position here to engage over this ridge.
Yeah.
Centurion will step forward. And given our current options... I think we start working on armor shred on these guys. Let's go for the awesome.
Acknowledged.
Okay, that was a terrible shot. We did actually do a little bit of damage to something. I don't know what.
I hear ya.
Okay, the imp is going to advance up the hill.
Going turbo.
We're not quite in position to be able to bring its weapons to bear yet.
Commander?
But the Maxim, it's going to come over here and go for the Jaeger. It's likely going to die from this. But I believe that we can kill the Jaeger, although these hit odds are not great. Interesting. Mostly because of no sensors. Okay, we did get the kill on the Jaeger there. So that is a trade that I'm willing to make then. Okay, shoot at the guillotine, please. That's fine, I don't mind. Phase 22, it's the awesome. The awesome fires indirect on the archer. Sure. I don't care.
Stop. You're just embarrassing yourself.
Indeed.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so Scrub at this point... Yes, Scrub moves behind the archer here. For the evasive pips. We should probably try to get his left side facing away, which this is. And that doesn't move him through fire. So, heat up this archer, weaken its rear arc.
Giving them everything I've got.
Nice. It's actually a structure exposure in the rear there. Marksman moves up, but doesn't do anything. The archer goes for the Maxim. This is not a surprise. The Maxim lives for now, but it probably will die to this guy over here, and that's completely okay.
Receiving you.
That's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make right now. We're going to get the Jaeger up here, and the Jaeger is going to start opening fire on these guys. They're in cover, but not for too much longer. Ooh, that was a structure exposure already. Frankie moves up. It does not fire because of its heat. Okay, so the Maxim actually lives another day. We're going to move up with the Sorcerer here, and this is what I'm saying about not being in cover for too much longer. We're going to light this cover on fire.
Confirmed.
Boom. Nice. Okay, so that awesome, not doing so well. That's always a great thing to see. We're going to move our guillotine up to here. This is in cover.
Confirmed.
And we're going to light up this archer over here a little bit. And hopefully not kill our Maxim, because that would be awkward. Okay, second shot of the binary laser. Boom. Nice.
What do you need?
That's a solid hit. The Centurion is going to keep focusing that awesome. There we go. You know, I said that I was going to remember to use Warlord. I haven't done that yet.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, the Nidhogg is going to move in behind the Frankie. What's the best position that we can move to? This is fine.
On the move.
And this is the reason why I don't usually remember to do it, because it's in the active abilities. This guy doesn't actually have it, though. So we're going to just drop bombs on this Frankie's rear arc.
Target lock on you.
It's a lot of damage, but it's still alive. And that's fine.
They will be.
So the archer is going to step up over here. And this time, I'm definitely going to remember to do Warlord. So we'll do Warlord, gives us accuracy and clustering roll modifiers, which is great. And we have a called shot on this guy because he's knocked down. I'm going to go for the exposed torso.
taking the shot.
Not the best clustering I've ever seen, but that's still an engine destruction from an LRM ammo explosion. We're getting really, really good ammo explosions going on here. We've killed 3 assault mechs with them so far. I like it. Carrier moves up.
Good to go.
Now the Maxim is going to come over here. This is not through fire, and we need to keep the left side safe, right? So the left side is the side that is currently towards the Frankie here. So we'd want to position it, honestly, maybe even like this.
Position confirmed.
Okay, and we'll light this guy right on up. In the rear arc, this is probably a kill. Yep, that's a kill, all right. Easy peasy.
What can I do for
And
you?
now our imp will advance up over here, which does give us LOS on this Battlemaster. He's a little bit armor shredded. I'm not going to fire this ER medium laser for heat, but he's a little bit armor shredded, but not tremendously. Let's see what we get here. No Gauss rifle hit, but a decent number of other hits there. And he's no longer evasive. He does move immediately, though, so not helpful. And then misses almost everything on the Jaeger. Okay, if that's what he wants to do. Did he just shut down? No, he did not, but he did overheat.
Yep.
Okay, so the guillotine is going to advance over here and see if we can get the archer's attention. And I'm going to actually do controlled bursts here, because that will be minus 10% heat generated. I need to remember to do this more. And also, thank you for yelling at me about it in the comments. Much better. Is that a leg destruction? Not quite, it looks like. And there's that second binary laser shot, finally.
I'm generating.
So the archer moves now, and may kill either the Maxim or the J. Edgar. It goes for the Maxim, that's a lot of hits. It didn't break the armor. Well, we positioned it correctly, because its weak side is over here. If we hadn't have positioned it like that, it would not have survived.
Heading out.
The Sorcerer is going to go for the Armor Shred on the Battlemaster for sure. And I'm actually going to do Warlord here too. There we go. That does have a cooldown on it, of course, but we should be using this much more frequently. Light him up. Very good Armor Shred there. Marksman moves up, doesn't do anything, of course. The Archer is going to position here. The question is, are we actually okay with using Deadfire here? I'm going to say no. We've already done Warlord, so let's just light this guy up.
Got it, Commander.
Is that a knockdown? That's a knockdown. It's also a dead Battlemaster, it just doesn't know it yet.
Yep.
Our Jaeger is in a perfect position to do this, and we're going to do a Warlord call first. It does give us Called Shot Multiplier, Accuracy, and Clustering Roll modifiers. Look at that, 99.1%. We're going straight CT. Oof, that's going to hurt him a lot. He's not dead, but he's almost dead.
Yes,
Our
Commander.
J. Edgar is going to come up over here and work on softening up the Archer's rear arc again.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
Good. That was good armor softening. Our ally moves up, doesn't really do much.
Standing by.
Our Nidhogg is going to move into the rear arc of the Archer as well. We do have a set of bombs left, but I'm not going to fire them because I actually don't want to blow up the J. Edgar. If we can have the J. Edgar survive here, as well as the Maxim, that is beneficial for us.
Firing in.
Great. And I don't think we needed it anyway because the Maxim hasn't moved yet. So the Centurion will step forward, and we will go for the Battlemaster, aiming straight for that center core. We're going to go ahead and do controlled bursts here for the minus heat generation reduction. We're a little bit high on our heat currently, so that's not a terrible thing to do. It's still not enough to get us negative, but that's fine. Boom. One dead Battlemaster. The Shiltrin moves up,
Standing by.
and the Maxim is going to position in the rear arc of the Archer, and this Archer is so dead. There's no way it survives. There we go. Easy peasy. All we lost was the Harasser. We took a little bit of armor damage here and there, but not bad. That went very, very well. I'm very pleased with that. And yes, remembering to activate those abilities does help. Not a huge amount, right? It's not a huge benefit. It's like 10% hit odds, but that can make or break your mission, or whether you're profitable or not. In this case, we were, of course, extremely profitable on this mission. We barely took any damage, and these are some decent mech parts that are available. We might actually want to grab these 3 Highlander parts. Would give us a full Highlander if we chose to put it together. It's going to take some time. Actually, we got an extra Highlander part there. That's completely fine. It'll take us some time to put those together. I probably should have sold some of those other materials, but I think it's okay. We'll have to evaluate how we're doing on our weight limit, right? Because we're going to be hard capped at 800 tons, And that's a big boy. There's no doubt about that. But we might be able to replace, like, say, the Jaeger, upgrade that to a Highlander. We'll have to look at hard points, things like that. Hard points, quirks, that sort of thing. But first, I want to have all of our current mechs repaired so that we can look at what our total tonnage is. Yeah, I could use a calculator, but that sounds like work. I could just add them together. Oh boy, that definitely sounds like work. Yeah, 20k, 3 days for repairs. Please do that, Yang. Absolutely. I want you to prioritize working on these two. Excellent. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see about getting some of these guys ready to go. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.